Hey guys, welcome back to another stream. It is winter in Forza Horizon 4, and we have gotten another new car, the second car for update 35. And this one is quite an interesting one. We have gotten the Citroen DS23 from 1975. First, let's check out our Forzathon shop. You get another French car with the Peugeot 207 Super 2000. You can also pick up a Plymouth Fury. And for the Horizon backstage, you can vote for either the Volkswagen Carmen Ghia or the AMC Rebel the Machine. I personally picked the Rebel just because I'm kind of a sucker for classic muscle. Fun fact: this is actually like the first brand named Citroen is in the game. Even though we have the DS3 Racing and the James Bond Edition 2CV, this is actually the first car that's actually under the Citroen brand. Let's start by looking at this car. At the time, possibly this is like one of the technologically advanced cars that was built in the 70s. So it's super heavy at the time. You can tell in the body style. A really sleek looking shape. It has the spare tire front. Everything's really compact. Fun fact: the headlights actually swivel with the wheels. I'm not sure if it does it in Horizon 4, but that would be really cool if it did. When we get inside, obviously we have the trademark Citroen one-spoke steering wheel. We have all these really interesting. Look at the dials; they're all like really weird looking. Let's give it a go stock. And I'll tell you guys right away, stock this definitely isn't the fastest car in the world, completely stock. This is a cult car, and has a whopping 113 horsepower, 134 foot-pounds of torque, but it is a really chunky boy. Let's do this, and let's try this thing out. So offline, it's slow. That's about all there is to it. I'll tell you some fun facts about this car. We're kind of on smooth surface right now, so you might not be able to tell that much, but this car was actually one of the first cars to feature an absolutely revolutionary suspension system called the hydro-pneumatic suspension system, which basically, instead of standard springs, it used hydraulic fluid connecting all the springs together, which caused all the wheels level out, which created a very, very smooth ride. Citroen actually used this up until I think 2015. They eventually got rid of it just because it is very smooth. It's kind of unreliable, but it was very revolutionary at the time. Rolls-Royce even adopted it because it was so smooth, and actually, the way you change the tire in this car, you actually lifted the wheels up using the pneumatics rather than using a jack stand. The car can do is lift one of the wheels off the ground, and this is also how the French Prime Minister was traveling in one of these, and then terrorists actually tried to shoot him. They shot one of the wheels, and if it was a normal car, the car would have obviously stopped, been unable to drive, and they would have caught them and shot him. But since due to the hydro-pneumatic suspension, the car literally simply lifted that wheel off the ground, drove on 3 wheels, and saved him, and he said that he would actually never ride in any car ever again unless it was a Citroen. So this car saved the Prime Minister of France. This is probably the most famous French car ever built. Also, up until the Tesla Model 3, this was actually the most... This actually held the record for the most pre-ordered car of all time. It looks like we are not going to be able to... Or wait... Almost there. Let's barely edge this out. Yeah, we are just soaking up all of those bumps. Look at how much the wheels are moving and how little the car itself is moving. So yeah, they do have the suspension and Horizon doors. Look at this thing go, it is very, very smooth. Until you do that. Let's start off with, let's maybe go for like a B-class race too. Let's just keep it the stock engine, front wheel drive. But I'm just kind of interested, so we can swap in our turbo rally engine, our popcorn engine if we want to. We can supercharge it if we want, but let's keep it naturally aspirated. We'll come back if we need. So we're pumping out nearly 3. We're pumping out 2. We are still quite a hefty boy, but we do have quite a bit of horsepower for B class. Now we are fully French. We're the French gentleman. First, I just want to do something since in all front-wheel drive cars in the game can do this. Burnout, yes. You'll love to see it. But this thing is acceleration. Acceleration, yes. We're still on unbeatable difficulty. B class, let's see how this thing does. And yes, we have acceleration. I'm kind of worried we're gonna get walked on by the 3 wheels just because it's so lightweight, but... this, despite being a front-wheel drive car, I still getting cooked with the corners. I think it might be our new hydro-pneumatic suspension. Whether there are shortcuts with our hydro-pneumatic suspension, I love this thing. I forgot to mention, this is a really good looking car. Like, it looks really pretty, I will admit. I would say might be up there with like the Meteor and the E-Type, honestly. It looks a lot like a fish. We are in the lead on the final straight. First place in the DS. What a just... This thing is an absolute blast to drive. And Shroud of... Let's try a S1 class tune. A road racing tune. This time we'll all-wheel drive it, swap it, we'll engine swap it. Throw in our turbo rally. All-wheel drive. We are like 10 pounds heavier, but we have a lot more. We have like 600 horsepower now, and all-wheel drive and grippy and really grippy tires, and aero. We may not have gotten our DeLorean from Back to the Future, but we got our taxi from Back to the Future too. Unbeatable difficulty. Let's see this thing can do. And we have the launch right off the line. Cross the line, first place, and let's try to rally tune this car. This car was a classic rally car back in the day, and due to its hydro-pneumatic suspension, I think it might be really good at rallying by soaking up all like the bounces and bumps and stuff. That seems pretty good. Doesn't believe it's launched anymore. Anyway, it turns in quite nicely. We're just floating along. Like, you see how it just soaked up that jump? And it also means that we are getting better lines than everyone else because we're just soaking up all these bumps without hydro-pneumatic suspension. really easy race. Why don't we try download too? Let's try godlike drifting. Classic French car meets JDM. This thing has some interesting tow as well. I'm gonna start with this one. Basically, you cannot drive this car in a straight line. Okay. Okay.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay. Okay, so the... I just got a new personal best. I don't know how much I beat it by, but I think I beat it by a lot. Okay, so we crushed that drift zone. Time for another one, I guess. I'm not sure if this even has anything to do with the hydro-pneumatic suspension. I think this car has a very odd layout. Like, do you remember how I said it was such a good drift car? This car is kind of this, like, a massive, I said, with the two further spaced out front wheels and the two close together rear wheels. But it's not good at, like, turning, really.
Arrived at your destination.
How does that not count for anything? It's like a reverse entry.
You have arrived at...
Oh, we were that close. 3,000 points off. Okay, let's try from this side one time, and then we'll try from the other side. Name of this car just in-hole drifts so well. The problem is I'm not very like agile in corners. This might be the
You have arrived at your destination.
new personal best. This is the Citroen DS23. On the surface, it may look some boring old French car, but in reality, it is actually one of the coolest cars in the game. Just stock has a really cool backstory about basically same with the French Prime Minister as well as suspension, and it's all its unusual quirks, its futuristic looks, and it's just a really pretty looking car. And then you upgrade and you realize that it's not only one of the best race cars in the, like on-road race car in the game, it's insane at rally racing. I bet it can even off-road through its crazy suspension. It can drift really good with this unique wheel setup. This is probably the most versatile car in the game at the moment. This is really the jack of all trades. Except instead of being mediocre at everything, it just decimates every single thing it touches. And all of this in a car that sort of is like a middle of D-class car. Like, only leaving like 113 horsepower. As well as I bet much you guys are excited for. In a couple of weeks, it is officially summer vacation, so you guys can expect a lot more videos from the channel. Forza Horizon 5 might be announced in a couple of weeks. I actually made a video talking about that. You guys can check it out on Twitch and YouTube. Follow me on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. Hope you guys like the video. Stay tuned for the Porsche next week, and with that, see you guys then. Goodbye.